You're very welcome back. Now, to many of us, life assurance is one of those serious-sounding products that our parents need to have, but maybe it's time that you looked into it yourself.
But here to talk us through it is financial advisor Paul Merriman of AskPaul.ie. Good morning, Paul.
Good morning.
Hi, Paul.
Let's not talk about yesterday.
Let's leave that match alone.
Paul's a fellow United sufferer like myself. Life assurance, one of those, as Anna said, that's something your man I have to get. I don't need that.
Yeah, it is, in fairness. I think the main point from today is that there's over 900,000 people renting, and I have a big fear that those people are outside the life assurance net. So life assurance is very nature. It pays out a lump sum if you die to your family to protect your kids if you lose income.
Be very big. Difference between life insurance and life assurance.
There's none. So life assurance is life assurance. So you're getting mixed up with general insurance, which is house insurance. Okay. We discussed this area back to business studies.
Stuff that might happen. Do you remember that in school? And assurance is something that actually will happen.
Well, assurance is that you will obviously die. However, it depends what plan you have in place and how well you're covered at the time of death. So in theory, I suppose, life assurance pays out on death if you have the policy in place. And then there's another number of different products, so like mortgage protection. So if you have a mortgage, you need to have life assurance to protect the mortgage. So if you die, the mortgage is cleared off. But like I said, there's 900,000 people renting. So if you go back maybe 20 years ago and somebody was in their maybe mid-30s, they'd be married, kids, and have a mortgage. Yeah. Now they're not married or cohabiting. They still have kids, and now they're renting, so they're not getting any advice, they're not getting any type of protection in place to cover themselves should anything happen to the family.
So when you say there's different products out there, are they all just versions of the same thing, or are there different products like the mortgage protection?
Yeah, there's a huge difference. There's actually over 1,866 different product specifications through all the products. So what my main point today is that to sit down with a financial broker, some description, and get some advice. And again, when you go to the bank, you generally get a mortgage protection plan from the bank, but the bank just deal with one life assurance company, where a broker would deal with six. So you're going to get the best product to deal with your best needs, sitting down with a broker, in my opinion.
So the average payout, Paul, is about 60,000 euro.
Yeah, the average payout for life assurance is about 60,000 now.
But most people are underinsured, you feel?
Definitely underinsured at 60,000. But again, that goes back to people are obviously taking policies out from maybe 10, 15, 20 years ago, when that was a lot of money. And they're only getting paid out now because they're dying as they get older, obviously, you know. So like I said, it's just important that people sit down, review and see what they need for their family. There's also good plans out there that will provide income on death. So really, typically they're lump sums, 100 grand, 200 grand life cover. But now you can insure yourself for an income. So if you've got a husband and wife situation and one of them's working, one's not, and if something happens, you can actually insure their incomes. You get to, say, 2,500 a month for the next 20 years. So it takes a lump sum away from it.
But like everything you deal with, Paul, it all comes down to the person's affordability. What can I afford? I know we'd all love to have £1 million when we die that goes to our family and our mortgage is cleared.
Great point.
But what can we afford? How much is it going to cost us?
30-year-old, 250 grand life cover costs about 15 quid a month, 14 quid a month.
14 quid a month.
14 quid a month.
Right.
So for 250,000 life insurance. So it's really affordable. So people really think that life insurance is way expensive in their own mind. When it's not, it's really, really affordable.
Is there a tax relief on it?
There is actually. In fairness, if you're self-employed, you get tax relief on life insurance as well, up to a certain percentage of your income. On
your contributions.
Yeah, on your premium. Yeah, so it's really good. And then there's other tax deductible products as well. So income protection's a big one. So again, if you're married and you have kids, you need life insurance, in my opinion, just as a basis. If you have no kids and you're working, especially if you're self-employed, in my opinion, everyone needs income protection. So income protection just protects your income if you can't work due to accident or sickness or illness. And it's a really, really, really good product. And you get tax relief on your premiums as well. So again, and self-employed get no state benefit if they're to work sick. So they really need to cover themselves for something.
It's self-employed people, isn't it?
From all the times I've been on the couch and all the things we talk about over the past, income protection is a must for every self-employed person, in my opinion. Really? I urge anybody to get on to a broker and discuss with them.
OK, and there is tax relief, as you say.
And there's tax relief on it as well.
What affects the price of your premium, Paul?
So your premium depends on your age, smoker status. Now, some companies out there will treat people that were smoking and now are on e-cigarettes for over 1 year as non-smokers. Some will load them. So again, this is what I'm talking about. There's so many different variations that you really have to sit down with somebody who knows their stuff, you know? It's so important to sit down with a broker.
I remember speaking to somebody in my mortgage company a couple of years ago, and we were doing something to do with life insurance or something, and I was a smoker at the time. I'm off them just over 3 years, but I use an e-cigarette. And
yeah, so two companies will treat you as a non-smoker now.
After 12 months, they said your premiums will drop drastically because certain companies will treat you as a non-smoker.
I think people might not realise that.
They don't,
I
and that's the thing about the certain companies. There's 6 major life insurance companies in Ireland. So they go from Aviva, Friends First, Irish Life, New Ireland, Zurich and Royal London. So they're the major 6. But if you go to a bank or a bank advisor, they advise you on one of those companies. So they mightn't have the non-smoker rates. So it's so important to sit down with somebody that has all those agencies to help you.
And therefore the onus isn't on the bank to tell you.
Exactly, because they can only deal with that one product. So it's so important for people to sit down, and talk to people.
Particularly self-employed,
it's
and to shop around as well, like
and
anything
to shop
else.
Around, shop around like anything else. And especially it's important to tell people your personal circumstances to make sure they know, so they can get you the right product to match. It's not always about the price. They're all generally the same price anyway. Most of the companies will price match the other company to get the business.
So if there's people watching this morning, Paul, and they're thinking, well, we have mortgage protection, so we're fine. That's not necessarily
Definitely
enough,
not.
is
If you have mortgage protection that was bought through a bank, get in contact with a broker and make sure that policy is reviewed.
Really?
100%. There's 2 companies, for argument's sake, that will allow you to have life cover on both. So say you both have a mortgage protection policy. The traditional mortgage protection policy pays out in the first death, and that's it. The other one's cancelled. Where 2 companies allow both of you to be covered. So if one dies, the second person is still on cover. So just little things like that. That's literally like 2 for the price of 1. It's really double the cover, and they're the same price as your traditional mortgage protection policies. So, like I said, I know it sounds like a minefield, but there's amazing brokers out there that are really qualified and really know the product details. And I developed this software, Clear Choice, to help brokers with that. So I think if you go to the link, www.clearchoice.ie/find my Clear Choice broker, you'll find a load of brokers that be able to help you in your area get to that point.
See, I think it's just the thoughts. I mean, I'm sitting here now and I'm in a cold sweat now and I'm thinking,
I need to sort this,
Are we both
Well, we'll be sitting down after the show anyway, so you're fine.
This is very true, He normally gives out to me anyway.
Simon does his one-to-one.
I get me monthly financial clean-up.
Whips out all these receipts from his pocket.
Oh, what can I do with these?
What about this one?
We need another hour, Simon.
Can I deduct that?
But it's as you say, it's just starting the conversation. Go and find a broker, sit down with the broker.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
And your eyes will be opened.
They will be open. And again, the last part I touch on is specified illness cover. Specified illness cover covers major heart attack, cancers and stroke, and I mean, 1 in 2 people are going to have cancer, so again, very important we sit down and speak to brokers about what we can help. Last thing you want in a kind of health crisis is a financial crisis, and that's what those products are there for you.
Yeah, OK.
Paul, an education as always.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much,
Thanks
Paul.
for having me.
We'll go outside and then we'll talk about your night. OK. Speaking of crisis.
Up next, summer holiday styles for you and your other half. Fashion is after the break.